Hey, all Cubs fans, welcome to another episode of the Weekly Spotlight. This week, we're going to switch it up. We're going to spotlight some local businesses. This week, we're going to spotlight Verdon Mainline. I'm here with Drake Brodie, Tanner Lewis, and Derek LeBlanc. Boys, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having us, man.
No problem. Derek, the first question I have for you is you're the GM of Mainline Motors. With the pandemic that's going on, how have you been able to kind of navigate through that?
It's been a little bit difficult. Obviously, for us, though, we have been able to remain open and being deemed essential. There's a lot of protocols that obviously and precautions we've had to kind of take into consideration. And, it's kind of definitely opened our eyes to doing things a little bit differently. But, still making sure that we're taking care of people as far as test drives at home or delivering vehicles or whatever it takes to, make sure that we're still taking care of people.
So how long have you been at Mainline Motors, Derek?
We've been here for 2.5 years now. It's been awesome. It's been a great community. I have an 8-year-old boy who's involved in minor hockey. And then actually I played a little bit of senior hockey here, which is where I met these two guys. I'm thankful for that. Gave me an opportunity to meet Drake, bring him on as our sales manager here. And just recently, Louis joined us in the finance department. So lots of hockey connections. I feel like the business is very similar to a hockey type of atmosphere, where you still get your wins, your losses, your highs, your lows. And it's all about just having a really good team and working together towards a common goal. Much like, the Oil Caps or any hockey team that I've played on as well. So,
Drake, you're with Mainline, like Derek mentioned, you're in the sales department. What made you get into sales?
Yeah, it's actually funny how I ended up here. And wasn't planning on being in this industry per se. I had went to university in Brandon there and had met Derek, as he mentioned, playing senior hockey here in town. And similar to kind of the hockey community, you kind of just make those connections and, networking, meeting a lot of, friends and stuff like that over the years on different teams. And Derek wanted to make a change in his, in his sales department, and he offered me the position. And it's been, great ever since. So I've been here for about just over 1.5 years now, and definitely don't regret the decision, that's for sure.
Tanner, I'll ask you the same question. What made you get into finance?
So I'm finishing up my business degree in Brandon University, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do after my degree. I was lucky enough to get a phone call from Derek and from Drake offering me the job to come on in the finance department, and I immediately jumped at it. And now I've been here a month, and I love it. Like Derek said, here it's kind of like the hockey environment. You come to work, we're all pretty close friends, you could say even. And I really enjoy my time here.
Derek, you mentioned that you played lots of hockey in your career. You were born in Brandon. You were drafted by the Wheat Kings. Growing up, what was it like getting drafted by the team that you grew up watching?
It was definitely exciting. I got to correct you there, though. I was born in Killarney. And then it was kind of, I guess, how it works out. It was a bit of an advantage, even though I didn't realize it at the time, for this industry, because we moved around a fair bit. Moved from Killarney to Thompson to Neepawa to Brandon. So I was actually living in Brandon when I got drafted by the Wheat Kings and playing for that organization, and Kelly McCrimmon, and meeting a lot of great people along the way. Was definitely an advantage to this business, because you're meeting new people every day, taking care of people, and it's lots of great experiences along the way, and met a lot of great people, and people now that I'm back in the Verdon area that I still know from my time with the Wheat Kings, or my time in either one of those communities. Just so happens Drake was from Thompson too, so we got a little bit of similar history there as well. So
So I was looking at your elite prospects to see kind of what you're about, and I see you played in Northern Ireland. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a really good experience. One nice thing about Northern Ireland was, it's the same language. There's no language barrier there. But the hockey was really good hockey. We had a great team that year. My wife unfortunately had some issues with her passport getting over there. So we were 11 games into the season. Things were going pretty well. And I actually decided to come back, and I ended up finishing off that year in Boise, Idaho. We had our first son, Brax, which would have been 8 years ago. Now he's into hockey, and it's really cool going to a lot of these same rinks that I grew up playing in and seeing a lot of old buddies that I used to play against. So,
Drake, you bounced around in the MJHL. You ended your junior career in Verdun. What was your favorite memory in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League?
Sorry, Blake, can you just repeat that for me?
So you kind of bounced around in the MJHL a little bit, and you ended your junior career in Verdun. What made it so special to play in Verdun, and do you have a favorite memory from the MJHL?
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing on 4 different teams here in the MJ, you kind of take it's a little different for every team, each community, different billets, stuff like that. There's positive and negative things for every place that I played, but definitely Verdun. I definitely found a home here, as obviously you can see I stayed within the area, and ultimately I moved full time here in Verdun in the summer here. But honestly, as far as junior A hockey organizations go, Verdun's definitely first class. With the facility that they have here, little bit different faces in the coaching staff now than when I played. But obviously Tyson Ramsey joined us for a little bit with our sales department, so I got to know him a little bit, and he's really doing a great job there by the looks of it with the organization now. But even just the billets too. I was fortunate to live with the Potter family here in town, and they definitely became a home away from home pretty quick, and still good friends with them to this day. And probably my favorite part of playing in Verdun was probably just our team that year, as far as how close we were as a group. We definitely we went on a bit of a run when I got traded here, and we were able to have a little bit of fun on both at the rink and away from the rink, and we had just a close team that year, so it was a fun year.
Tanner, yourself being a Verdun product, you got to play for All Caps. How special was that? And you actually played with a couple of my buddies, Kirkland Lykar and Kyle Soloway.
Yeah, I mean, it's always special getting to play in your hometown. I unfortunately didn't get to play with Lykar as I was traded to Winkler before he got there, but no, I played with Soloway, and so did Drake, and he was part of our little crew that we always hung out with. Like Drake said, that team that we played on together was probably the closest hockey team that I ever played on, and you can see that lasting friendships have continued. And funny story is Drake and I's friendship actually started when I hit his car in the parking lot after practice one day, so that's how our friendship kind of started.
You guys, either one of you guys can answer this question, but what makes Verdun such a tight-knit community?
It's just the type of people that are in the community. Everybody kind of looks after each other. Everybody cares about everybody, every business. A lot of people don't understand this, but the Ford dealership, the Dodge dealership, and us, we all get along great. Darren, Warren, great guys, and everybody wants the best for everybody in the community, and that's why we always try and focus a lot of things on supporting local, whether it's the car industry or other businesses in town, including the Oil Caps.
If you had a message to some other local businesses, what would that be, Derek?
Well, just stay positive. Just, work your way through this. And I know that everybody's here to support each other, and, obviously do whatever you can right now to continue to all the consumers out there to continue to support the local businesses in town, because they need us now more than ever.
So, Derek, I saw when you played in Brandon, you played with guys like Ryan Reeves, Eric Fair, Josh Harding. In Calgary, you played with Carl Alzer and Martin Jones. Do you ever keep in contact with any of those guys?
You know what? It's pretty tough. As I guess I'm getting old. Most of those guys and some of those guys had great NHL careers. I think there's probably only three of those names that are still in the NHL. Which is why even me playing senior hockey with these young guys here, I had to shut her down. That and the rivalry with Elkhorn wasn't good for business. We would have sale meetings on Monday mornings and say maybe you don't want to call the customers from Elkhorn for a day or two. So,
So with the pandemic going on, what can you guys learn from something like this that you can take and use in the future? Like whether it's sales tactics or like different things you can do.
oh, I think, just being as accommodating as you can, whether it's sales, whether it's service, whether it's, any aspect of the business. I think, obviously the online presence is huge right now. But just taking every measure you can to make sure that people are taken care of, whether it's delivering vehicles, picking vehicles up, taking vehicles to people's houses to show them if they're not comfortable with coming out, and just taking all the precautions with the social distancing and washing your hands, all that stuff.
Appreciate you guys for joining me. Thank you for all your support with the Oil Capitals, and stay safe, guys.
All right, same
Yeah,
to you.
thanks, Blake.
Thanks for having us.